Hey folks, we have another Clean Water Systems instructional video for you today. So today what we're going to do is talk about inspecting and replacing the air injection portion of your 5900 BT valve. And then the second part of this, we're going to go ahead and show you if your Chemdraw is not working properly, we're going to show you how to replace that injector as well. Okay, so first things first, this is the Chemdraw injector in this plate behind here. And this is your air injector. Basically the water comes across, creates a vacuum, pulls your air in through this. So for your air injector, there's two parts to it. This air input, which we call the duct bill, and then the actual injector. So for this screw type, you're going to go ahead and undo this, which allows you to separate these. Pull that to the side. Okay, so now you can see in here, this is your actual injector inside this little plastic housing. You can grab a couple of flat tip screwdrivers, go to the little edge there, and you can pop this thing right out. Okay, so this is what your injector looks like here. So you want to make sure you clean this up good, lube your O-rings up, and then this guy just basically snaps back into place like that. Now for the air inlet, or we call the duct bill, you basically unthread this and pop this little guy out. That's what this looks like right here. It's got a little plastic clip that goes inside the rubber, like this. And as you can see, what happens when that vacuum is created, let me see if I can get this to open for you and focus on the camera. There's actually a little slit in the end of this. Right here you can see this little slit. And basically that functions when a vacuum is pulled, that opens up and allows the air to be drawn in. So again, that guy just pops in there like that. And then this threads back in hand tight. And that's the air portion. Now for your Chemdraw side, what you can do is rotate this around and spin it up like this. That exposes your two bolts here. So using a 3/16 ball driver or 3/16 driver, we can remove these. That allows this to come apart. So now you do have one O-ring around here. This is a blank, don't worry about this. This is your filter where your water comes in. You can go ahead and pull that out, clean that if you need be, clean it up, make sure there's no debris on it. Pop that guy back in. And again, we're going to remove, this is your injector here. We're going to remove that the same way we did the other, just a couple of flat screwdrivers up underneath that little novice there. And this will allow you to pop that right out. And this basically looks the same as the other injector did. It's a two-part piece. You want to make sure that's snapped in there good. Make sure you have lube on your O-rings. Clean that all up. You can pop this out and apart. Pop it back in like that. This guy again is going to go back in. Pops down in there. And there again, just reinstall in the reverse order. Going to pop that guy down in there, make sure your O-ring stays in seat there. There again, this is a plastic valve, so don't get too heavy-handed on the tightening these. You just want it to seat up against each other, up against the plastic. Okay, then you'll be able to spin this guy back around. Like that. Thread these back together. You go ahead and spin your little air thing back around to the back of the valve. And that's all it takes to replace your air injector and your Chemdraw injector. Okay, thanks.